can I invite you, Gerda, to facilitate, moderate the next session? We have been shortened because the participants. Thank you so much to all the member states that expressed their support, to all the associations. Congratulations once again to EGIT for this wonderful initiative. Gerda, over to you. Let me introduce you properly. Gerda Verburg, Scaling Up Nutrition. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, let me first praise you because of your ambition. The ambition is clear, but also your stamina. It's now Saturday, the end of the day of the first week, and you are all here. It is emphasizing your passion and your drive to make it happen. And I very much like what people made out of it. Yes, I can, of course I can. The representative of the Netherlands said, we must. And now I would like to introduce a panel that will tell us how to do it. Yes, we will, because that's the next step. It's not yes, I can, or yes, we must. It's now, yes, we will. And how do we do this? Because that's the question. And for that reason, I would like to invite all panelists to come to the podium, because we have no time to leave somebody behind. We need to have all the panelists on the podium. And I would like to invite Dr. Omnia Omrani from the Youth COP Presidency Youth Convoy. A mouthful, but come on, sit down, find a chair, find a place. And the second I would like to invite is Jessica Vega Ortega from the Global Indigenous Youth Causes. And then Lina Mahy. Jessica, please come on, and give her also a big hand. Lina Mahy from the World Health Organization and from the Food Systems Hub. Dr. Nancy Aburto from the Food and Agriculture Organization. Jessica Colston from the Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition. I'm forgetting somebody. Dr. Khalida Bouzar from the United Nations Development Programme. Did I forget somebody? Yes, I thought so. Stineke Oenema, she is the Executive Secretary of the UN Nutrition. That is also the UN Network for Sun at country level. Thank you so much, Your Excellencies. I will invite you back to the podium very soon. Thank you for making space. Thank you. And with Dr. Gunhild Stordalen, who has made already her strong commitment, we are here. And listen, we were supposed to start, I think, about 1 hour ago. It did not happen, but I know that I can ask each of you. You're not only ambitious, but you're also strategic. So what needs to happen to make this initiative to bring climate and nutrition together, not only here, not only at the COP, but in every community, in every livelihood, in every city, in every country, leaving no one behind? What needs to happen from here? And you don't get 3 minutes. You get only 45 seconds, I think. So what needs to happen? And I want to see here action, and I want to hear strategy. So let me, no? You do, oh, yeah, a micro. Yeah, of course. I thought Nancy will take the stage and stand behind the desk. Okay, but I start with the youth envoys, because it's your generation and you need to drive. Okay. So why don't you stand up when you speak? And no, and please leave your booklet there and stand here, just in front of your chair. Okay. Yeah. Speak from the heart. Okay.
First of all, congratulations on the icon. That's 1 second. The second is one thing we need to do, and when I started working on climate change was here at COP and nutrition, because we need to start by ourselves, by the way that we embrace the planetary health diet or a plant-based diet, because this is our individual footprint, our individual contribution. The next level would be our community, and how can we build awareness around the importance and the impact of food systems on climate change? How can we start by ourselves? How can we build understanding of shaping resilient food systems? The third is in terms of policy making and translating the action that is led by young leaders who are already working on their own local, highly scalable, sustainable solutions for food systems, and integrate that with the policy making of the ICANN initiative. Because we need not to leave the youth-led initiatives that are being done with the local communities. We need to translate that and take into account the concrete actions, but utilize the innovative capacity of young innovators and entrepreneurs, especially in the food systems.
Big hand, because these are the youth champions we need. Please sit down, give me your mic. I go to the other youth champion. I want to hear your action, but also your personal commitment on what? No paper. No paper. Stand up. Please stand up. Put your you've heard her. She is so passionate when she speaks from the heart, and I'm quite sure you can do the same.
Duba di quindo, snai. This is the one say the first, because it's my mother tongue. This is the one happening in the communities. All the time is difficult to access. All the time is difficult to access a solution for the more communities level. But the problem no is that. The problem is difficult, but no have more action in this level more. But also the people try to esforce him for the protect the Mother Earth. This is the needed. But not only the communities needed to have this commitment. This is the one good thing, and also to try to make it to connection when the one campaign from the indigenous youth people. The campaign name is My Food Vision Is, because my food vision is to try to improve the key message for the FAO, like the after said. Better food for what people? Better nutrition? How connection these political when holistic perspective for protect the Mother Earth, but also to try connect for the good diets and recombining the diets for the food traditional and the communities. Because it's too easy show in the mobiles a lot good food like the hamburgers in front of this building. But the problem, this is the no good diets. The good diets stand in the community, but no hard financiation to support this process, to improve this diets in the world. This is the one happen, to change the policies, but also to try to combine and take the good vision for the future generations. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Will both of you promise me one thing? Never take a paper to the podium anymore. Because you are speaking from the heart, you know what you want, you know what you're talking about, and there is your passion. So never do this again wherever you go, and don't ask somebody to write the speech for you that you read out. It's passion, that is what we need. Okay, let me go to Jessica from GAIN. Jessica, we've heard already a lot from GAIN, but what needs to happen now? We want to hear the action and the commitment.
Thanks, Gerda. And what I really wanted to emphasize about ICANN, and I encourage everyone to open the full document and look into the table at the back, because what you will see is this is building on a huge range of initiatives already taking place, already being brought forward, some from the UN Food Systems Summit, like the Coalition on Healthy Diets from Sustainable Food Systems, on school meals, on blue foods, on food loss and waste. Actions from COP26, Attach, which brings together health action and climate, all the way through to financing, GAIN's own nutritious foods financing facility, but also things like the Good Food Financing Network. I think we can really see there's a huge range.
Stop here. No. Put a full stop here. And take a breath, because this is the commercial for what people need to do at home. And I'm sure they will, because they're all inspired to do so. What needs to happen from now? And don't talk about process but you talk from the heart. What do you want to see in the outcome document? What do you want to see between now and COP28?
Thanks, Gerda. So I think knowing all the partners involved, knowing all the work involved, it's a call to action for everyone to join us, to scale up, to move forward, and that's our existing partners. Get back together, let's reiterate what we're already doing, strengthen it, but also to newcomers from climate who are coming into nutrition, newcomers from nutrition who are coming into the climate space. So the call to action here, come together, new action, new investment, and move everything forward. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Jessica from GAIN. Stineke Oenema from UN Nutrition. What needs to happen from now and what will you commit?
Well, my task as UN Nutrition Secretary is to bring the UN agencies together for nutrition. So we have a strategy, but I'll translate it into 3 words here. The UN agencies need to learn together and not speak together, but to shout together for better nutrition and better climate action, and to act together for better nutrition and for better climate and a healthier planet. And we can do that. You see, we move from I can to we can. Huh? We can do that. We know what to do. And from my perspective, I say we've been speaking a lot about food systems and healthy diets, healthy, sustainable diets maybe. But there is more out there. There's water and sanitation that impacts our food systems. We need to be consistent with the health systems as well. We need to be consistent and coherent with education system. We have future generations to take care of. We have the social protection system. So that is what I need to bring together as Secretary, and UN Nutrition as joint agencies, bring all these sectors together in the run-up to the next COP28 and make a joint program for action.
Thank you very much, Stineke Oenema. Then we go to Nancy Aburto. Nancy, I do want you to say a few things, but I'd like not to hear process, but I'd like to hear action. What action need to happen from this Saturday afternoon, the 12th of November, where the brilliant the brilliant seeds has been planted, and they need to grow and bloom and be effective.
Thank you, Gerda, and thank you everyone for staying this long this afternoon. I think, Gerda, the first thing that we need to do is we need to listen to youth and women. You had a panel earlier that shared with us what the problems are, what the challenges are, and thoughts for the future. And when you said, how are we going to do that? You brought together a panel of youth and women. So that's number one. We need to listen to youth and women. Number two is we need to take advantage of this moment. Food, agriculture, and nutrition have never been so high on the agenda. The leadership of Egypt has brought that to this place, and we need to ensure that this moment does not pass us by. We need to also, number two, put the motto of COP27 into action, that together for implementation. So we need to build alliances between now and COP28. We need to build our bridge to COP28 and our roadmap all the way to the COPs that will be held until 2030. And finally, we need to raise our voices. This is an urgent problem. We've heard how climate is impacting, how malnutrition is impacting our lives, how the two are so interconnected. So we need to raise our voices together, and we need to ensure that this gets in that outcome document, that nutrition, healthy diets gets integrated into negotiations, and it gets on the table from now until 2030 and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, you see, ask people to speak from the heart, and they are much stronger, passionate, and they know what they want to get out of it. Let me go to Lina Mahy. Lina is also representing the World Health Organization, but she's also working in the Food Systems Hub. Lina, COP27, and let's congratulate the government of Egypt and all people who have been pushing so hard. It's the first time that a people's food and nutrition agenda and the climate agenda and the health agenda are brought together. What needs to happen to make it actionable and to never ever separate the two again, because that would be the biggest mistake to make.
Well, thank you, Gerda, for that question, and thank you. Really, I'm so happy. I'm more of the older generations than these young ladies here, and I've really seen nutrition coming up on the global agenda, and so it's really, really great to see. But my first message is, it's everybody's business, not just the women, it's everybody that needs to be advocating for the connection between climate change and nutrition. The second message that I want to give is that don't take it for granted, because we're here now, that we will stay here and also in the future. What I've seen, for example, yesterday in the negotiating rooms is that we need to really advocate and work with the negotiators, because we get it now, but that we can't assume that everybody else gets it, that nutrition and climate change need to be connected. So we have to do a better job and continue to advocate, and especially focus into the negotiators that are in the room. Because I heard language of negotiators saying, oh, it's premature to talk about food systems. Come on. We don't have the time. We need to talk about food systems. And I'm sure that the Egyptian presidency will make sure that we keep talking about food systems. The third thing that needs to happen, Gerda, is that let us, with regard to malnutrition, not work in silos. There's not a group that should deal with hunger and undernutrition and another that deals with overweight and obesity. It's linked. It's malnutrition in all its forms, and healthy diet is a triple duty action. It addresses undernutrition, it addresses overweight, obesity, and NCDs, and it addresses climate change. So let's keep that together and not divide ourselves anymore. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. This was the most powerful panel I've seen today. I can compare the whole week, but it's very good that on the Food and Nutrition Day of COP27, we have so many passionate people. And I praise the organizers, because I think there were many more people who wanted to speak up and speak out because of the brilliancy, but also the logic to combine the agendas for people, people's health, people's nutrition, and for the planet. Let us never separate them again, but let us create a strong action agenda where the youth is front and center, especially female youth, no, all young people, because it's their generation, they need to take over. But also, let's give a big hand to all these passionate women, and let's also make use of the female power. Not to put extra load on their shoulders, because women have all, but to give them the equal opportunity and equal access to make, together with men and their whole family, to make the best out of it. One more big hand for this phenomenal panel. Thank you very much. Let me then make the step and the jump. Thank you very much, all of you. Let me then make the jump to the final part of this.